Good day, everyone. My name is Rolanda, and I'm from the DF Africa Coordinating Center. Right, so for those who have just joined us, welcome to Room 3. This is about some of the training programs. So I just want to mention that if you were with us in the first round, then you are welcome to leave this room and go to a next room where you have not listened to these talks, because these talks will be the same as in the previous round. So without further delay, I'm going to ask Rahil. Rahil will be our first speaker from the AfriaDST program. Please may you take the floor and see if you can screen share. Thanks.
Thank you, Rolanda. I'll just share my screen. Yeah, is it visible?
Yes, you can just put it in full screen mode.
Okay.
Thanks.
So good morning, good afternoon, everyone. I'll be presenting on behalf of the project Advancing Public Health Research in Eastern Africa through data science training, the AfriaDST in short. We are 3 PIs. The main contact PI is Professor Kiros Berhane from Columbia University. And I am Rahel Bakkala from Addis Ababa University, Ethiopia, the one that you see in the middle. And we have Professor Patrick Weke from University of Nairobi, Kenya. So we are the 3 people leading this project. So I'm going to present the overview of the AfriaDST structures and the major aims, and then what we have carried out in year 1 and year 2, and then the next steps as we're going to year 3. So as you know, we have a severe shortage of data science professionals in general, and public health data science professionals in particular in the sub-Saharan Africa. So we've come together, Ethiopia and Kenya, and we collaborated with Columbia University. So we are 3 partners, but also there are partners collaborating in institutions within the universities themselves. From Addis Ababa University, I am from School of Information Science, but we have project team members from School of Public Health, Department of Statistics, and also College of Development Studies. From University of Nairobi, there is a School of Mathematics, then the, I can't see this, School of Computing and Informatics, and School of Public Health. And from Columbia University, we have the Mailman School of Public Health, Biostatistics, which Professor Kiros is heading. And then we have the Lamont Doherty Data Science Institute, School of Engineering and Department of Statistics. All in all, we have a training advisory committee composed of the 3 universities. And there are various stakeholders from government, non-government, and also academic institutions from the various regions. The aims, mostly because of this shortage of data science professionals, one of the major aims is opening a master's program in public health data science. We have a faculty development program as one of the aims. Then we have short-term training, and probably after the end of the project, we also have the aim to make regional expansion and also work on PhD programs. And through our research groups, we have hands-on immersion practicums, not only through research groups, also through short-term trainings. As you see, we have government stakeholders, academic institutions, and research partners. We also have projects partnering with our projects. The Joy Health Hub is also funded by NIH. And then we have the CAMSNet and NSF project, the Air Quality Network, the Maya Satellite Project, and the ICAP Colombia. And all these data are expected to be shared, especially for research and also for students' research undertaking while they are learning and also conducting their research for their thesis. So in terms of the milestones, we have actually milestones up to year 5. So not to take much time, I'll just go to the activities accomplished in year 1 and year 2. We have the national launch first in Ethiopia. That was in March 2022. The project was very much applauded by the university management and also by all academic institutions from the collaborating partners. And then we had the official launch in Kenya, where we had also a number of professionals and also management from Kenya. We had also had a chance to meet the Vice Chancellor, who was supportive of the program. During the official launch also, we coupled it with a short-term training, which I will discuss in a while. The curriculum development, we had needs assessment and stakeholder analysis before actually developing the curriculum. We call it a harmonized curriculum because both universities, Ethiopia and Nairobi, we share almost the same curriculum, which also give us the leverage to share instructors and the like. But University of Nairobi started last year, and we are just opening the program as of October. So in semester 1, we consider basics of data science, statistics, and epidemiology. In fact, we also have preparatory courses before they actually register for the course. Those who come from IT background will have to take introduction to public health, and those coming from public health will have to take basics of IT. And then we have statistics and mathematics courses as bootcamp, so that if they have, for example, been away from school for a long time, then they will have a chance to refresh. So apart from some small differences, more or less we have the same curriculum both at the University of Nairobi and at Addis Ababa University. We had a needs assessment and stakeholders analysis, and we conducted, because this is a requirement, a curriculum validation workshop where the curriculum was reviewed both by internal reviewers and external reviewers. And based on the comments and feedbacks from stakeholders and also the academicians from partnering institutions, we finalized the curriculum and submitted to the graduate program. Actually, we have the curriculum approved. So in year 1 and year 2, the major accomplishment that we did was short-term trainings by various individuals. As I have said earlier, we had a short-term training coupled with the official launch in Kenya, Emergence and Future of Public Health Data Science. This was given face-to-face by Dr. Jeff and Dr. Tiffany, who came from Colombia for the official opening and also for the training. And there were also presentations, around 5 presentations that were done online during this short-term training. In terms of, again, the short-term trainings, we have organized various trainings in Ethiopia and also in Kenya. We also attended the SHARP courses, which are organized by Columbia Mailman School of Public Health. These have actually given us a strong background and encouragement to start the master's program. We had trainings on data science ethics, epidemiologic methods, developing Shiny apps, machine learning approaches, and the like. And not only short-term trainings, we try to get some kind of collaboration between public health and the IT people within the project team. The IT people give some lectures for public health professionals, and the public health professionals give us basics on IT and other relevant topics. So over the 2 years, we have produced various documents. The major one is Needs Assessment Survey Report, Stakeholder Engagement Analysis Report. We have a Bridge Course Delivery Guideline. We have also produced a good document stating the Memorandum of Understanding amongst the 3 institutions. This will also support the program sustainability even after the project ends. And part of the requirement by the Addis Ababa University was student thesis advising guide, student internship guide, and the like. And this document was also useful for Kenya. Another accomplishment was the visit of faculty scholars to Columbia University. We had 2 from University of Nairobi and 2 from Addis Ababa University, and also the PIs included. And we had a training, mentoring by senior experts, and also knowledge exchange in the field of public health data. And there have been a series of visits with both within the Columbia University and outside of Columbia University. This is actually part of the faculty scholar visit at Columbia University. And then one of the very big encouragement and support that we got was the consortium meeting that was held in South Africa, the DSI Africa Consortium meeting. We also had Dr. Wenderson Mulgeta, who has been funded by DSI Africa as a scholar, who presented his work on data warehousing architecture, which is also one of the research groups. And we had quite an experience and a lot of inputs for the research groups and also for the short-term training courses that we'll be conducting. Based on the consortium meetings and also various stakeholder comments and feedbacks, we have now formed research groups. We have 4 research groups at AAU and 5 research groups at University of Nairobi. As you see, the AAU research group focuses more on health, and the UFN research group focuses more on the technology, but most of the data that they will be using will be on public health, because the idea is the graduates will have more experience on analyzing and visualizing public health data. The University of Nairobi has launched the program during the 2nd year of the project, and it's now accepting the continuing the program. Addis Ababa University is due to start in the coming October, and we're happy to announce that there are more than 300 applicants actually to this date, and we're having the entrance exam this coming weekend on Saturday, and we expect only 30, but as you see, we have a lot of applicants for the program. And in fact, because of the large number of applicants, we're also opening an extension program. And that was one of the solutions that we got, and we plan to expand the program. So as of year 3, which has already started in August, the University of Nairobi continues to teach the first cohort of master's students. And we are in the process of recruiting, as I said, and we start teaching the first cohort at AAU this coming October. And we continue to work on short-term trainings, which is also open for anyone interested, especially if it is online course. The other major thing that we plan to do is strengthening our collaboration with our stakeholders, particularly with the Ministry of Health, Ethiopian Public Health Institute, and others who actually have data which is directly or indirectly related with health. We have finished the preparation to visit Columbia again with other faculty scholars. That will be from October 9 to 14. And we also plan to strengthen the research group and finalize the publication of the first article on Afriadesti experiences so far. So the draft is already completed. So in conclusion, I can boldly say the year 1 and year 2 experience have been positive. We have had very encouraging developments and very good support both from DSI and also from collaborative institutions. And we're excited to collaborate more with other DSI Africa Network members, especially in relation to short-term training opportunities, collaboration in research undertakings, and also partnership with other stakeholders. So thank you for listening. This is what I have.
Thank you so much, Rahul. So as I mentioned in the chat, you can please save your questions for after all the presenters have given their talks. So now I will hand over to Jessica Janich, and she will be presenting on the DSSSD group training program. Thank you so much.
Hi everyone, my name is Jessica. I'm the project coordinator from the NYU Grossman School of Medicine for the NYU Moy Data Science for Social Determinants training program. I'm just going to be briefly talking about the structure of the program, the team, and what we're doing and what we hope to do soon. So wait, let me just go back for a second. Just to give you a brief overview, we're a main collaboration between Moi University in Kenya, the NYU, Grossman School of Medicine, NYU itself, the AMPATH Kenya group, and Brown University. And here's a little overview of our team. We have Dr. Anne Mwangi, who is one of our co-directors, Judy Mangeni, who is a co-PI, Dr. Joseph Hogan, who is another co-director, myself, who is the main program coordinator, Rajesh Vedanthan, who is another co-director, and Dr. Rumi Chinara, who is our main director of the program at NYU. And just to give you a little context of why this came about and how it came about, it's been a main collaborative effort between Moy and Brown University that started in 2015 with their biostatistics training program in HIV, and as well as the building on the AMPATH Kenya model and the partnership between many academic health centers in the US and Moy University. That's been going on for many decades now. And why do we want to focus on social determinants? That was because there was a need that was seen to apply data science methods to acquire and curate relevant features of social determinants of health and how to use them in relation to figuring out what health outcomes are going to be and how to, apply them into public health work. And we have a broader network of partners that we're working with, and we'd love to expand on that network, but just to give a brief overview, we are working with IBM Research in Africa, AI Kenya, Deep Learning in Daba, Aga Khan University, and the DataKind organization. And our three main aims are capacity building via long-term training, which we're doing with our PhD trainees, postdoc trainees, and faculty fellows. And what we're doing with them is a very structured mentoring program where we're inviting them over for a semester to NYU to come on campus and take about 2 classes, either at the Tandon School of Engineering or at the School of Public Health, that are focused in data science. And the classes that they've taken so far are machine learning and large-scale data analysis, just to give examples, but there's so many options for them to choose from. Our second aim is developing the Masters of Science Data Science track and the PhD Data Science track at Moy University, which I'm going to give an update on soon. And our last aim is continuing education for Moy and University and its neighbors. This includes our annual stakeholder meetings, social determinants and data science workshops, as well as special topics workshops. And our most recent trainee cohort was for the spring 2023. We had Philomena and Job, both of whom were faculty fellows at Moy University, and they both got their PhDs in biomedical informatics from the University of Bergen, and they came over for the spring 2023 semester and took courses at NYU, and now they're back in Kenya, and they're working on their research proposals, and we're going to be funding their research, and we're very excited to see what they're going to do with that. And for the 2024 semester, or well, the 2024 year, we have Milka and Samuel, both of whom work very closely with Moy. And so far, Samuel is confirmed to be joining us in spring 2024. And maybe around this time next year, we'll have more updates on what they're doing, what classes they're taking, and what research they plan on doing. And to give an update on the Masters of Science data science track creation, the course plans have been officially approved by the quality assurance team at Moy University. There was a lot of planning that went into creating the courses and seeing, you know, what was supposed to happen there. And we are planning to recruit students in fall 2023, or more likely for the spring 2024 semester. And we're going to give more updates to follow for the PhD program, but we do expect that to be up and running probably by the fall 2024 semester at the latest. And to give a little information on the workshops we've done so far, in 2022, we had a virtual workshop that had 16 trainees, and we were focused on providing an introduction to social determinants and how, you know, it could actually be used in your work. And we had multiple trainees who were analysts, graduate students, faculty at universities. But this past July, we had an in-person workshop that took place in Eldoret, Kenya, and we had 44 trainees, which was a big jump, and we're really excited about that. And this was a much more like hands-on workshop type, like workshop style. And we had like individual consultations that were going on, and we're hoping to continue more of a hands-on and less lecture type work for the next workshop. But this past workshop was focused a lot on machine learning. And we also had a specific social determinants working group that was held with about 20 trainees, which we're now thinking about turning into a social determinant community of practice group that we're going to continue working with for the foreseeable future. We're going to be focusing on elevating data science capacity in the African context, and we hope to provide more updates on that soon. And those are the main updates we have for now. And there was one more thing I wanted to add that I forgot to do in the last round, which was we do have a brief paper that we wrote that was a comment on just like where data science and social determinants are in Africa right now, which is under review at the Lancet Digital Health Journal. And hopefully I can share that when it's published. But if you do have any questions, comments that you don't want to say like during this session, these are our contact information, and I'm going to put a link to our website. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Jessica. So please hold your questions for both Jessica and Raheel. And now I'll hand over to David, and David will give you an update on the MacData training program, and thereafter it will be question time. Thanks. Over to you, David.
Thanks, Rolanda. Just a second. Yeah, thanks very much. MacData is the acronym for the ITRA training program at Makerere. It's the partnership between Makerere University and Johns Hopkins in the United States. And MacData has 3 MPIs, 2 of us at Makerere University, myself and Moses Jorova. And William Checkley is based at Johns Hopkins. And the implementation team includes faculty from the College of Computing at Makerere. We have Dr. Chivunike and Dr. Navende. And we have Dr. Bagaya, who is also here at the Health Sciences faculty, Dr. Mbowa at the African CDC, and program admins and Harriet and Geraldine. And yeah, MacData has 3 main training objectives: and to establish higher degree training, that is master's and PhD in health data science, and to provide postdoctoral training that will help HV applicant to transition into faculty or independent researchers in health data science, and to train Makerere faculty to enhance their capabilities for data science research and mentorship. And all these trainings to strengthen the research is within the research focus, the scientific focus is to strengthen research capacity at Makerere, that we leverage health data science to tackle these major diseases, HIV, TB, malaria, epidemics, which we are prone to, obviously Ebola, but the training is so broad that the trainees are not limited to developing research application expertise to those. They can apply those skills to other areas of interest. So our implementation strategy to achieve the training objectives is made prior investments in health research at Makerere and training programs. The first strategy is to recruit trainees directly from existing master's and PhD program. For example, bioinformatics, biostatistics, even medicine, who are interested in developing careers in data science or health data science. We would train them locally, mostly the master's PhDs. We would send them abroad for advanced training in health data science. The second strategy is to gradually introduce formal data science training by creating tracks in existing data-intensive programs. And here we are thinking mainly about bioinformatics. And this allows us to leverage existing infrastructure as the expertise for health data science grows. And then the third strategy is to scale up those tracks to full master's or PhD programs in health data science. And I'm just going to briefly expound on how we have fared in each of these implementation strategies. And this table shows the trainees we have recruited directly. These are the trainees enrolled on the master's programs in the table I showed you previously, who are interested in data science research. And the top two are PhD students who are currently in the United States in advanced training for data science. And we have around 8 master's students who are doing their research in data science projects as well. And these are the 2 trainees in the United States, 2 of the 4 PhD trainees. And we also have trained 2 faculty, and the 2 faculty and these 4 PhDs are being trained as mainly mentors for the data science programs or curriculum that we are developing. And their research, highlights of their research projects are here for Magdalene and Shahid Chiaga. Basically, all the training projects are about application of AI or machine learning to the problems in the disease areas I mentioned earlier. Regarding tracking the bioinformatics master's and PhD curriculum for data science, we have achieved that. This curriculum for these programs are already established. They were supported by the previous H3 Africa program, a master's in bioinformatics and PhD in bioinformatics. And they are fully accredited programs in Uganda. So what we have done now is to track the master's curriculum and PhD curriculum and introduce the data science track, health data science track. The coursework for both masters and PhD is the same, but the difference is the research focus, which is more intense for PhD. So in a way, the students will do the same training during year 1, but they will do slightly major when it comes to the second years or second and third year for PhD. They can major either in bioinformatics or PhD. That's how we have to track. And this was informed by the stakeholders whom we had, who comprise academia, academics, or a few tech people we have in Uganda, and stakeholders like the Ministry of Health and Ministry of Science in Uganda, and research institutions as well. The other strategy of scaling up the tracks to full master's and PhD curriculum in health data science is also going well. And we are doing this jointly with the SPOC lead for the UKZN UTWA program at Makerere in the Department of Epidemiology and Biostatistics. This we are doing jointly, and that's Professor Goa today. And we plan to have to engage the key stakeholders in Uganda. We have the curriculum maps developed, the draft for what we envisage as the master's and PhD curriculum programs in health data science. So we meet the stakeholders in November and have their input. And then we submit the programs to the university for approval and then to the national body for approval. And we envisage going through all those approvals by 2024 and enrolling students on the master's and PhD programs in health data science around 2025. I would like to thank you, particularly the coordination centers and our funders, the NIH. Thank you very much. I'll be happy to answer any questions that you do have. Thank you.
Thank you so much, David. Right, so thanks also to all the other presenters. The floor is now open for questions. I can see that there was already a question from Nafata. Nafata, thank you. Let's see. So you're asking for the first presenter, which is Rahil, how can other people who are not part of the 3 hubs benefit from the short-term courses and training?
Yeah, thank you for the question. Our trainings, short-term trainings, are actually open for anyone who is interested, especially if it is online, because if it is face-to-face, it will require funding, which is not available, at least from our end. I have actually shared our website, and if you just send us your email, we will update you on upcoming trainings and the like. So we have a website, afriadst.org, and it's just entering your email address so that you will be updated of the trainings and the like. But it's open for anyone, especially the short-term trainings. Regarding the master's program, it's an academic process. So once people apply from Ethiopia, outside of Ethiopia, they will be treated like international applicants, and we'll have a slot for international applicants on our website. This is a good insight that I took. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Rahil. Are there any other questions? You're also welcome to unmute yourself and raise your hand to ask a question. I could maybe ask Jessica. So Jessica, you mentioned the course for the MSc program had been just recently approved. Do you have any idea when the recruitment process will start, or are you currently recruiting?
As I understand so far, and I think it would be best, maybe I could get back to everyone because our most recent update was from about a month ago, so things may have changed. It's mainly Dr. Anwangi who's in charge of that, but to my understanding, they are in the process of recruiting students. They were hoping to start this past fall semester, like for fall 2023, but obviously that's already happening, so it's a little late for that. So they're hoping to get started for the spring 2024 semester, but to my knowledge, they have already gotten a lot of interested students, so they are in the process of recruiting, and I can get more information on that and share it with everyone, maybe if they're like interested in being a part of the program. But I just wanted to add that the DSSD workshops and short courses, they are open to everyone as well. But I think the goal is to keep them in person in Kenya, and we had a lot of people who applied for our past workshop, and unfortunately not everyone could be included. And we did provide funding for people who needed housing so that they could stay at the conference center. So like that is a possibility, but it's limited capacity and like limited funding if you need housing at the conference center, if anyone's interested.
Thanks so much, Jessica. I think that helps a lot for folks to know. Any other questions? We have a bit of time, so.
All right then. If there's no more questions, then I will close this room. Well, I can't physically close it, but you are more than welcome to join the main room for preparation for the next round. So thank you everybody for joining this networking session and specifically this room today. And thanks to the presenters for making time to present to us. Thanks so much. Bye.